Maybe you're interested in a resort vacation, or maybe you live in Southern Oregon and you're thinking, hey, where are some of the fun lodges to go and stay along the Rogue River? Well, guess what? I've got you covered. And newsflash, there aren't going to be just 10 of them today. I narrowed it down the best I could, but there are 14 lodges I'm going to cover today, so let's get right after it. I'm going to start from the headwaters and I'm going to go towards the ocean. And the first one we're going to talk about is the Union Creek Resort. Union Creek Resort is a beautiful place. It's just beyond Prospect and it's really close to Crater Lake National Park. There's lots of things to do here. You've got the natural bridge to go explore. You've got the Union Creek Trail to hike. Union Creek itself is awesome. There's camping. There's a lot to do. You can go up the road to Diamond Lake if you'd like. There's just so many things to do. The resort itself, there's a main lodge where you can rent a room, or there are also cabins if you want to be a little bit more remote. They've got cabins spread about the property. And they also have a larger rental that you could do if you wanted to go as a family or maybe a large group. It's a wonderful place to go. They've got great lodging and they're just great people. After you're done exploring Crater Lake and Natural Bridge, make sure to take some time to go fishing. Union Creek and the Upper Rogue River is a great place to go fishing. They stock the Rogue River every Thursday in this area with good sized trout, and it's just a lot of fun to go down and catch them. So check that out. That's amazing. Where to eat at Union Creek? Well, you got to go to Becky's. Becky's is a treat that many of us locals love, and sometimes we actually just drive out there to go have lunch. Make sure you save room for some pie. Becky's has incredible pies. And they also have a chuck wagon across the street from Becky's where you can get barbecue, also very, very good. And then when you're all done, you can hit the ice cream shop that's open in the summertime, get yourself a cone, and really enjoy yourself. Union Creek Resort's awesome. I can't recommend it highly enough. Number 2 on the list is the Rogue River Lodge in Trail. Now, personally, I haven't stayed there yet, but it is a beautiful property right on the river near Trail. It has great history back to 1937. It happens to be the oldest lodge on the Upper Rogue. These cabins that they have available, you can book through VRBO. So it's not directly through their website, you'll book through VRBO. Well, what to do in this area? Well, wedding. Have a wedding here. Check out their wedding venues and their event package. They're really top notch. You're going to want to check that out if you're getting married anytime soon. Also, go fish the holy water. If you know about the Rogue and you're a fly fisherman and you're into fishing for trout, you know all about the holy water. This is the closest lodge to that location. Definitely worth checking out. Great place to stay and go fish in the mornings. Just perfect. Maybe that isn't for you. Maybe you just want to go and play at the Lost Creek Reservoir. You can do that from this location too. It's awesome location. Near Shady Cove, still kind of on the grid. Just a great opportunity. I can't wait myself to go visit them. The people at Rogue River Lodge seem like great people. Number 3, way down the river in Grants Pass is one of the most famous and historic of all the lodges we're going to talk about today, and that's the WEASKU Inn. What makes it so famous? Well, you want to stay at the place where Clark Gable, Carol Lombard, and Walt Disney one time did? This would be the place for you. They built this lodge back when there was a dam near Savage Rapids area. They used to have basically a wall where the fish would kind of get caught up. Now this has since changed, and our rules and our approach to fishing and wildlife on the river and how they manage that is a lot different. But they used to have little piers where you could go out and you could just fish, and the fishing was world famous. Well, it's not quite like that anymore because we've learned that maybe that wasn't the best thing for the fish population, but WEASKU Inn bloomed during that era. And so it was amazing. It's got great cabins, beautifully updated rooms, and the grounds are incredible. You cannot go wrong with WEASKU Inn. To do here, well, fishing, rafting, of course, but at the right time of the year, you can come for the Lavender Festival, which is out in the Applegate Valley. It's a beautiful drive, short drive, and year round, you can go do the Applegate wine tours. That is worth it. So come up, spend a relaxing time at the WEASKU Inn for a couple of days, do some wine, do some fishing, float the river. It's incredible. Where to eat near the WEASKU Inn? Well, there's a lot of great options, but right down the street on Rogue River Highway is one of my favorites, and that's River's Edge Restaurant. So good. I love to get the steelhead there. Trust me, you won't go wrong. If you're looking for something maybe a little bit faster and maybe a little bit lower key, go down a little bit farther on Rogue River Highway to Eddie's Burgers. So good as well. Sometimes you'll only find 1 or 2 people working in there, so be patient, be kind, but the burger is definitely worth the wait. And yes, you'll need extra napkins. WEASKU Inn is historic, and it was the 2022 Southern Oregon Magazine Reader's Choice for Best Resort because it's just that good. Check it out. That's the WEASKU Inn. Number 4, going a little bit further down the river, still in Grants Pass, is the Lodge at Riverside. The Lodge at Riverside is a 33-room boutique hotel with an outdoor pool right on the river. This hotel is really at the center of where Grants Pass was born. I'll do more history on that in the future, but Joel Perkins used to have a ferry right here about where the 6th Street Bridge is, and the lodge is still in that area. And I got to tell you, they have done an amazing job of updating this place. Well, there are a lot of things to do if you stay at the Lodge at Riverside. The Hellgate jet boats is one of the great things to do. You can take a jet boat up the river, you can have dinner, and you can go through Hellgate Canyon. It's a great time. You'll love that. Or you can go and sightsee in downtown Grants Pass. Lots of cute shops, lots of cute options down there. You can go to the original Dutch Brothers and one of the only Dutch Brothers cafes anywhere. The Dutch House is downtown. It's definitely worth checking out. Or maybe you want to go out to the Oregon Caves for the day. You can get on the Caves Highway 199, head out, and it's about 45 minutes. You can get out to the Oregon Caves. It's worth it, especially on a hot day. Can't find any cooler place than that. Maybe if those things aren't for you, then you can come look at some homes with me. Just give me a call. We'll set up some homes. There's some cool ones to check out, especially near the lodge in Grants Pass. Where to eat? Well, right across the street from the lodge is Tap Rock. Tap Rock is one of the most consistent restaurants in the valley. Beautiful views, great food, and you'll find amazing service there. That's a great place to eat. Also, Ahi Sushi is right next to the lodge. You can walk there from your room. Really fantastic sushi with great variety. If you want to go a little bit further downtown, I highly recommend you check out the Bohemian. The chef specials are always very good. Or the place that Alyssa and I love to go, which is the Twisted Cork. We like to go for dinner. We also like to go for lunch. And sometimes we also enjoy one of our favorite beverages there too. So these are all great places to check out. The Lodge at Riverside in Grants Pass is really a fabulous place. I cannot recommend it high enough. Number 5, we are now in the wild and scenic section of the river, and we come to Morrison's Lodge, not Moddison's Lodge. That's a little different. This is Morrison's Lodge. Morrison's Lodge has a main lodge, has studio cabins, has tuckaways, and also has a treetop house. All of them updated, great amenities, really fabulous website that shows you how big everything is, and just a really well put together place. Things to do at Morrison's Lodge? Well, it's an adventure lodge. So they offer fishing, charter trips, they offer rafting guided. You could do day trips, or maybe you want to do a trip down the Lower Rogue. They also offer hiking packages, and they're one of the few outfitters that do a hiker-supported raft trip. And I gotta tell you, that's totally worth it. Having done one, I didn't do it through the Morrison's people. Sorry, Morrison's people. I did it through a friend. But if you can hike and not have to carry all that extra weight, but you get to backpack and get out there, it is the way to go. Highly recommend. Check out Morrison's Lodge, just a beautiful place. Number 6 on the list is the Galice Resort. Well, many of us here are still mourning the loss of the main building at Galice. They had a great restaurant, and a great store. They had a beautiful deck, and they would do outside concerts, and all that's coming back. I believe I know Debbie Thomason's working to bring it all back, and she will. But they still have great cabins and houses that you can rent. They also have some pop tents out front, and the store's making a comeback out of their boat shed, and they will occasionally have food trucks out there for you to eat. It's definitely worth it. I highly recommend you check it out. If you're looking for some places to eat that are close to the resort, you might just drive back into Merlin and check out one of my favorites, was Taco Mania. Or you want to go to the Riffle Cafe for breakfast. That's a great place to eat too. Or if you're thinking about a family dinner and want kind of a quieter atmosphere, check out Baldini's. I gotta tell you, that calzone at Baldini's is incredible. Galice Resort is going to make a fabulous comeback, and we all miss the main restaurant, but for now, go out there and support them. You're not gonna find a more amazing place or better people than the folks at Galice. Number 7, now we're in the real Lower Rogue, and now we get into a whole other class of lodges. The first one on the list is Black Bar Lodge. Black Black Bar Lodge is one of the most unique lodges in the world. Why? Because there's only one way to get in, and that is to float. So you have to float either with your fishing guide or your rafting guide or whoever it is. You have to float down about 9 miles, and then on the left-hand side of the river, right on the river, there's a beautiful lodge. It's actually an old mining claim. Really cool history. Black Bar Lodge has wonderful rooms, a really modern kitchen, and has some of the most beautiful grounds that you can imagine. 35 acres right on the Rogue River. It's pretty special. Things to do, well, rafting, hiking, fishing, of course, but also just relax. Take a moment and go sit on a chair on the lawn and enjoy where you are, because not many people are going to be there because they can't get there. Black Bar Lodge is really a special place. You're going to eat at the lodge. They'll take great care of you. I can't recommend this place enough. Number 8, MARIAL Lodge. A truly historic place on the Lower Rogue and in a beautiful setting. So MARIAL Lodge is right between Mule Creek and Mule Creek Canyon and has been a favorite and a rafter outfitter for many, many years. Special is the only way to describe this lodge. No, it isn't the fanciest lodge, but they do have great amenities and the people here are really incredible. Things to do here, well, number 1, visit the Rogue River Ranch. So just up the road from MARIAL Lodge, yes, you can actually drive into MARIAL Lodge. Just up the road from MARIAL Lodge is the Rogue River Ranch, an original homestead dating back to the 1880s, and thousands of years before that, Native Americans enjoyed this land. Rogue River Ranch has a lot to do. You can go through their history museum, you can walk around the grounds. There's actually a beautiful little swimming hole down on Mule Creek. You can easily spend several hours exploring Rogue River Ranch. You can also go and hike. One of the best hikes to do is to go down to Inspiration Point and check out Staircase Falls. That's a lot of fun to do as well at MARIAL. And you get the opportunity to explore Mule Creek Canyon. It's a really spectacular geological phenomenon where the river comes all the way down into a narrow little place and all the water goes through there. You'll see the water is really turbulent. It's really interesting to check out, and the flora and fauna are very unique in this section of the trail. If you want, you can hike all the way down to Blossom Bar or beyond. There's a lot to do at MARIAL Lodge. Where are you gonna eat? Well, you're gonna eat at the lodge, and you're gonna eat with other people. Meals are served family style here. It's a lot of fun. I just gotta tell you, Rob and Amber are really great people, and they're doing a great job. They bought the lodge a couple of years ago, and they're turning it into an even more special place, which for most of us who have been there before find it an impossible task, but they are. It's really a great place. Number 9, a place I've stayed a couple of times is Paradise Lodge, technically in Agnes. Paradise Lodge is just below Blossom Bar. It's the first place you get to after you get out of the wild section of the river. I think I've got that right. If I don't, BLM, you call me. Paradise Lodge has 21 cozy rooms spread out among 6 cabins. This place has amazing deck with river views, but also beautiful grounds to explore and wonderful Paradise Creek to hang out. There's a lot to do here. You can hike up and down the trail. You can explore different areas, get all the way to Tate Creek if you wanted to, and check out the water slide. There's just a lot to do from Paradise Lodge. Where to eat? Well, at the lodge, of course. They claim to have the best food on the Lower Rogue, but that has yet to be verified. I'm gonna need your help. I need you to stay at all these places and let me know which one has the best food. Paradise Lodge, it's great if you're going with a group of people. If you're also going solo, you can get a room in one of these cabins and you can meet some other people. Check it out. It's really worth it. It's a special, special place. Speaking of special places, number 10 on the list is a very special place under semi-new ownership of Mike Ross, and that is Half Moon Bar Lodge. The Half Moon Bar Lodge was a homestead by Andy Huggins, founded in 1920, and there are stories, countless stories of old miners on this land and Native Americans before that. It's an 84-acre lodge property resort that has, I don't know, maybe a 4-acre garden that's incredible. It also has an airstrip. Half Moon Bar Lodge is one of the few that you could either fly in or boat in, or you could take a jet boat up, but you cannot drive to this lodge, and that's okay. Getting here needs to be a challenge because it's so special. The rooms are nice, they're updated, they've got a variety of cottages as well as the rooms off the main lodge, and I gotta tell you, there is a lot to do there. You can relax, you can enjoy some peace and quiet, you can read, you can also do your weekly Zoom call if you need to, because they're on Starlink and the internet is blazing fast out there in the middle of nowhere. It's really incredible. To eat, well, you're gonna eat at the farm to table restaurant that's set up. They take food from their garden and they present it to you. I don't even know what to say. It's so good. I highly recommend you check out Half Moon Bar Lodge. It is worth the challenge and the work that it takes to get there because, well, anything special in life takes some work, doesn't it? Number 11, Clay Hill Lodge, technically in Lyons, Oregon. Clay Hill Lodge is home to the famous dinosaur tree. It was founded by the Thomas family, who also have ties to the Rogue River Ranch, and this setting is ideal for a short hike from Foster Bar. The history at Clay Hill Lodge is deep, and it includes guys like Hathaway Jones and Zane Grey and other interesting characters from the river. Clay Hill Lodge is really a special place. Hiking, fishing, rafting, all great opportunities from Clay Hill Lodge, and you get to eat at the lodge. It's a wonderful little place. I personally haven't stayed there. I've walked by it, floated by it many times. The location is spectacular. I can't wait to get there. Number 12, the Illahee Lodge in Agnes. Can't talk about lodges on the Lower Road without talking about Illahee. Illahee means, it's a Chinook word for earth or place or soil. And the word that best describes this lodge is family. Why? Because you share a home with the owner/operator. They're welcome you into their space and you get to stay with them. It's really cool. It's a special place and alcohol is not served. You may bring alcohol in moderation, but don't go there to party. It's not a party place to go. Things to do, well, you can explore. You can hike up and find the original homestead on the property, as well as you can go to Agnes. Agnes has a lot of fun things to do. You can check out the old school at Agnes. You can check out another lodge. There's a lot of things that you can do at Illahee. Where to eat? Well, you can eat at the lodge. Definitely enjoy their food, but also you can stop at Cougar Lane for a burger. We'll talk more about Cougar Lane in a minute. Illahee Lodge has a beautiful garden, and they do a great job of taking care of their people. It's a special place, and again, for me, what comes to mind is family, because that's what it feels like when you're at Illahee Lodge. Number 13, Cougar Lane Lodge in Agnes. Well, Cougar Lane Lodge does have 6 rooms. It's really a landmark. And it's what I dream of every time while rafting or hiking down the river corridor. I dream of that blackberry cobbler at Cougar Lane Lodge. Cougar Lane Lodge has been renovated in recent years, and there's a lot to do. You can get the jet boats, as it's owned by the same people who own the Jerry's jet boats. There's also fishing. You can get fishing with a guide, or there's just great swimming and great areas to hang out here as well. Where are you going to eat? Well, eat at the lodge. The barbecue is off the hook. Trust me, you will not regret it. In addition to the barbecue, they've got great burgers and cocktails. And oh yeah, did I mention they have some killer cobbler? It's really a special treat. And Cougar Lane is worth just a drive over for the day. Sometimes Alyssa and I drive over and we just have dinner at Cougar Lane. It's really fun and it's a really great place. Number 14 on the list is the last one that we'll cover, and that is Tututin Lodge. Tututin Lodge is near Gold Beach, and it's down in a section of the river that's calmer, has less rafters, and it's a really special, serene place. A lodge with incredible rooms. Tututin means the people of the place by the river. But this lodge also has beautiful rental houses and suites to experience as well. It really is a 5-star lodge. The heated tile bathroom floors are incredible. The in-room cappuccino machines are really great. And the dining experience is really 5 stars. Oh, and the whole thing is set right on the Rogue River. There's a beautiful lawn with most incredible red lawn chairs to enjoy. It's really a beautiful, peaceful place. You can spend the day fishing, or you can go out and catch a charter on the ocean if you wanted to fish for lingcod or other ocean fish. Or you could do a beach day, or kayaking, or paddleboarding, or maybe you just want to do what Steven wants to do, and that's skip rocks on the seashore. Tututin Lodge is really a special place. We like to go in the off season, but Go anytime you can. Trust me, if you're anywhere near this area, you're gonna wanna go check it out. You can eat at the lodge, of course. The food is incredible, but if you must try other places, I highly recommend the Indian Creek Cafe on the other side of the river, the Barnacle Bistro kind of in downtown Gold Beach, and then the Landing North, which is just north of the river on Highway 101. That happens to be one of Winston's all-time favorite restaurants. Why? Because they have swordfish, and it's so good. Listen, I've loved getting to know all the lodges on the Rogue River over the last 20 years. What's your experience been like? I'm curious, did I miss one, or is there something that you do or you love about one lodge? Well, please leave it below in the comments. And also, please take a second and subscribe to the channel and like the video. It really does matter, and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Here's some more content you might want to check out.